Hello everyone and welcome to IT with Govind. This is the second video of IT with Govind and we are going to learn why Python. Yes, in the previous session we started with Python. Actually we installed the software, we saw the first program, how we can write a code, and we get the message hello world or hello anything which you want to write. But before learning any programming language, you have to understand why we have to learn. You have to be 100% sure whether this programming language is going to help you at least 5 to 10 years in the future. Okay, I will say 20 years. Okay, because in IT everything is changing so rapidly, so that's why I'm just taking uh, 20 years, but I think it will take more than that. Okay, so you have to first understand why you have to start with Python and not other language. So I'll explain you in a easy way. So first of all, this is very popular language. If you go and ask anyone, or if you go and Google it, you will find the most popular language in today's world is Python. Everyone is using it, and I'll also tell you why. What is the reason behind it? So first thing is community support. You can see here community support. What is community support? So for example, let's say if I start a programming language, my own programming language, yes, it's going to be fantastic. My programming language, let's say I'll name it Govix. My name is Govind and my programming language name is Govix. Oh, it's interesting. But let's take an example where I'm creating a software with the language Govix, and I got an error, or I'm stuck somewhere. I don't know how to do that thing that about the error in my software. So what I'm going to do, I will go and search on Google, or I will ask someone about it, how to resolve it, what is the solution. Now because this is a very new language, okay, and there is no community support, okay, I am the only programmer using it, or let's say thousands of other programmers using it, but it's very a small community, okay, and maybe they don't have a time to support me, they are busy. But in Python this is not the case. There are millions of programmers using Python out there, and if you type on Google, there is someone 24 by 7. Okay, of course it's not their job to support you, but they are interested in supporting others because they also get support from others. Okay, so if you type your problem, you will get the answer. It's same like a Stack Overflow or a Quora website, or if you ask anything to Google or ChatGPT and it gives answer, right? So there is someone always to answer you. So that is the benefit of community support. Third is libraries. Yes, this is the most important thing, libraries. If you want to complete your code faster, you require a ready-made code, ready-made library. Okay, for example, I want to send an email using Python code. So you just have to write 4 lines of code. Yes, you heard me correct. Only 4 lines of code. You have to download a library, write the library name in your code, and then just write to whom you want to send an email, what is the message, what is the subject, and if you want to attach anything, and that's it, done. Okay, so you don't have to write anything from scratch. A library is nothing but a bunch of code written by someone already, and it is created in a form of library. You just have to import it, use it, and that's it, done. You don't have to write the code from scratch to send an email. You don't have to do any system work, system support, environment support. You don't have to um, do anything from scratch. That's the benefit. It's like a ready-made code. So there are again thousands of libraries, millions of libraries available out there created, and because Python is an open source language, means you will find most of them free of cost. You don't have to give any charge for it. So that's the benefit. See, that's why we are going with Python first. Yeah, you can see now the introduction of Python. This person, Guidewendra Assam. He created this Python language in 1991. It's not a new language, it's very old. You can see 35 years, almost 35 years ago he started this, created this language. And you can see this line here: it was designed with an emphasis on code readability, and its syntax allows programmer to express their concepts in fewer lines of code. You just have to write only few lines of code. In other languages you have to write mm, almost double or triple of it, triple of the Python what we write here. So you can also take an example of my previous video, the introduction of Python, where I have written a single line of code to print hello world statement. In other languages you have to write 5. Yes, you have to write 5 lines of code for that. Everything from scratch. It becomes very difficult for beginners, headache for beginner. So that's why the Python has this advantage of writing fewer lines of code with community support and bunch of libraries available. So thanks ItWithGovind for giving us this Python programming language. It is used today in today's world. It is used for different purposes like web development, software development, mobile application development, AI, machine learning. So it is used everywhere, but mostly we use it in machine learning and artificial intelligence, because again it has number of libraries already created. It gives support which we don't find in other language. That's why we go with Python. And you should go with Python if you're going with ML, AI or web development. Yes, it is worth it. So you can see here in this photo, top trending programming languages. Top trending programming languages, if you type on Google, this is actually a old screenshot. Here they have written 2021 result, but if you see still in 2024 you will find Python programming language on a top, or at least first 3 in the list, because every site they have their own opinion, and some sites are sponsored, so they write different programming language name. But if you ask programmers, you will always find Python on top. That's why we go with Python. Now here you can see some of the libraries I mentioned here highlighted, which are used for different purposes. For example, a Flask for web development, NumPy. Then we have scikit-learn. Then we have tkinter, pandas, matplotlib, Django. So there are different libraries available for web development, AI and machine learning, and doing some data science work. Some are for desktop development. So we have different libraries available for different things, libraries and frameworks. So I'll tell you about them in coming sessions, but I just wanted to highlight that there is a big community support and number of libraries. You can also see some famous softwares, websites, apps which you are using in your day-to-day life. They are also using Python. For example, Instagram, Spotify, Netflix, they all use Python. Yes, so it is already used in some of the famous websites: Netflix, Pinterest, Dropbox Business. Thank you very much. This is a very short introduction, or I will say to explain you why we should go with Python, why we are actually starting our journey with Python programming language. Because I think from last 10 years you can see Python is booming everywhere, all over, across all the countries of world, and that's why we should go with Python first. You can learn different languages, you can learn different technologies, tools, but you should learn Python. Okay, so in the next session we are going to continue with our Python programming. Okay, I focus on more on programming stuff. Okay, and I just explain theory while explaining you code. I don't explain it separately, because I think going with code it's better than a theory. So you will learn, you will get hands-on practice. So thank you for this watching this video. See you in the next video. Please subscribe, like and share. IT with Govind. Thank you.